Hey guys, in this video I'm going to show you how to build with OCY Depin. In the last video I already walked you through the concepts and the high-level overview of the structure of the OCY Depin. In this video we're going to dive deeper and we're going to actually build something with the OCY Depin platform. But first of all, you need to get into these links. It is developer.rivalz.ai/docs. In this link, you will find all the relative information about the OCY Depin, and we're going to walk you through step by step. And also, I'm going to walk you through the boilerplate code, and we're going to build some example that is going to help you a lot as a starting point for the hackathon. So let's get started. So if you go, let's go to the overview part, and as you can see here, we have some general explanation on how we do the storage and retrieval. That's not it. And you need an authentication and secret key, and before that we need to sign up for an account and get the secret key. So let's click here. I'm gonna log in with my MetaMask, connect, and you need to sign a message, and there you go, I already in. So when you're in here, you're gonna have a dashboard which shows all the statistics on your page, and which is under that account. And you go to billing. We don't care about this because for the hackathon everything is free. And you go to profile, you can see the API key here. This is crucial, and you click copy API. So in this hackathon, when you log in and you have the API key, we're gonna give you $500 in credit, and that is more than enough for you to build something with the hackathon. So that is how you get the API key. Let's get back here. Let's just go through, and then we have some theoretical stuff, how to query your document, and you got some concepts, the definition of the R node and the Z nodes. Also, there's going to be an explanation on how to build a RAG system with the knowledge base and with the chat agent. But actually, let's get to the core of it. The important part is the SDK and APIs. So in the process of building a product, you can build it with Python or Node.js. So we have two SDK. One is built in Python, and if you are familiar with JavaScript, you can do Node.js. So you have to, there's going to be step-by-step installations, blah, blah, blah. But actually, let me show you some cool stuff that we are already prepared for you. If you go to Rivalz, and if you go to this repo, so go here, we already create the boilerplate code and that you can play around with. You just need to clone it. So I'm going to do git clone and then paste the link in. Okay, and then I'm going to open my cursor. So I'm just curious, what are you still using VS Code nowadays? Actually, I'm going to show you the next generation of developer with cursor. So I'm going to open up the boilerplate folder with cursor, and I'm going to head to OCY Depin. I'm going to hit Command L and open the chat terminal, and then I'm going to say look, let me change the language, look into the OCY and explain to me what it does. So the AI is not only really good at coding, but it is really good as explaining things. So if you are a beginner, you can specify I am a beginner, so make it simple. And yeah, that's exactly what I want to explain to you guys. So the purpose of this OC folder is a boilerplate code where we already create a classes to handle all the file upload, file download, reading the file, deleting the file, that you can initialize it and you can build with it straight away. You don't have to actually follow all the documentation step by step on how to create it. So this is exactly what I want to say to you. So main purpose development is a development toolkit, and then they have the key components, Node.js and Python version. You can do file upload, file download, and in this example you can handle a passport file where you can actually scan your passport, and you use OCR services to extract all the information from a passport, and also exists the AI conversations. And then we have the security and then the iterations. So if you're wondering how you come up with an idea on the how to build with a storage system like this, you can just ask the chatbot. For example, you can always say, I'm in a hackathon with this product, please give me 10 simple idea on how to build with this storage system. And there you go. It's already generate a really interesting project that you can actually start to build with this platform. You can have personal note vault, a secure note taking app store, perfect for the game. And actually this is a really interesting idea where you have your personal note that you don't want to share with everybody, but you want to give an LLM like ChatGPT the ability to read your notes and do some brainstorming or asking something about that note. You can have a photo album organizer, document version control, recipe manager. This is really fun too. Store recipe of images, use AI to categorize the ingredient, share recipe with friends and generate shopping list, portfolio showcases, store and display creative work, music sheet library, travel memory, personal tree, archive, store photo and create list. Yeah. If with the first prompt you don't want to, you cannot find your ideal idea for the hackathon, you can actually please generate more ideas that emphasizes on the privacy of data storage. And there you go. You already have 10 more ideas that you can actually build for the hackathon. And let me walk through our medical record. Yeah, this is can emphasize you don't want to leak your medical record to anyone, so storing it at Rivalz is a good choice. And secure password manager, you can do a private journal application, legal documents save. This is interesting. You can have a bunch of legal documents, and you can store it on Rivalz in a vector DB form, and you can brainstorm, you can ask the AI about it, you can do anything with it. Secure family trees, vault, and then blah blah blah. So I'm gonna pick one of these ideas, and in the next session of this video I'm gonna show you step by step how to build it. And before we build it, let's actually get to the code base and to see what's in there. So we have two folders, the ADCS and OCY Depin. For now we just ignore the ADCS. I'm gonna create an ADCS video separately. And we already prepare some dummy document in PDF so that you can play around with. And also we have a Node.js boilerplate and a Python boilerplate. So in this video, we just focus on Python because I believe most of you who is familiar with AI will prefer Python. And if you look into the .env.example, the first thing we need to do is we need to set up our environment variables, and you have to input your secret token here. And where you can find that secret token, you can find it here. Go to Rivalz console where I already created the account and API keys. You just copy this and then go back to your code and paste it here. See, and you put it in the .env. And actually, I'm not going to code. I'm going to use cursor, and I'm going to use AI to do the coding for me. If you are using cursor and you're using the version 0.43.6, you can actually use the composer agent, which is a coding agent, a very powerful one. And if you want to brainstorming or you want to ask about anything, go to chat. Okay, so I'm going to go to composer and I'm going to agent mode. The first thing I want to do is we already explained it, so we're gonna go through the readme file. If you want to play around with it yourself, you can actually follow the step-by-step in the readme file and then run it up. So if I already understand and I don't want to do the coding, I can go to composer, go to agent, and I say follow the readme file, OCY Depin, Python readme, and run the mockup project. So I'm going to ask the agent to follow the readme file, so it's going to read the content of the readme and follow the step-by-step and run up the project. And in that process, you're going to understand what is the structure and you can play around with it. So you can see here it's going to create a new file. Okay, and it's going to install the dependencies, which is the Rivalz client and the python.env. And it's going to create a demo.py. Okay. So run command install. And then it's run the demo. Let's see what it's do here. So it's generate the whole code, and it also create an example file where it uses the Rivalz client, and it creates some basic functions for handling file upload, file download, create a knowledge base, etc. So you see here, it's going to be create an example, it's going to upload the file, and then it's going to create the knowledge base using that file, and then it's going to chat with the knowledge base. And okay, let's run the command to see if it's run successfully. See, that's cool. You see, I noticed the Rivalz demo directory. Let me run the script directly because we already in that directory, so you don't have to run the cd command. So it's going to run it directly. And this is on a Mac. I believe it has to run Python 3 or something. Just forget it. Just click run. So it has to run Python 3. So the AI helps you a lot, that you don't have to go through all the headache where you have to do all the debugging of the simple bugs, command not found. You don't have to do it with the environment variable, and especially with Python, sometimes you have to deal with the virtual environment creations, activate the environment, deactivate it, and then install dependencies where you have all the libraries and dependencies scattered everywhere. Actually, let me run the command, and you see there's still error. Let's see if the AI can actually fix the error. You see, so there's a import error, and it find it and it's already fixed it. Python free demo, click run. Okay, so it seems like the actual SDK from Python to access the service, we have a mock-up version of SDK for testing purpose. The actual SDK. Please let me know how to proceed. So it cannot find the dependency. Okay, let me just play around with it and proceed with option 2. SDK and the token, and try to follow the README. Try to follow and install it. Okay. Okay, let's look into requirement, Rivalz client. Yeah, just run. Again. So you see, it starts to proceed with another approach where it creates a virtual environment, and then it will install the dependency in the environment. So you see, the interesting thing is that if the documentation is a little bit flawed, when with new product like us, we keep changing everything and all the documents have to be updated accordingly, the AI can actually spot it that. It can actually go to the actual implementations of the library and do some analysis. Actually, this is getting really interesting. Actually, I see the error. When it copies the .env, it does not actually give the token. So that was my bad. I'm going to just input that. I'm going to go to my actual Python file. Actually, I'm going to copy this. And then I got the .env, and I have to put the token here. Okay, and then I accept it, and then I'm going to tell the AI, I fill the .env file. Let's try again. Enter. So I'm going to cancel this command. After making some modifications to the code, now we can run this demo code. In these modifications, I changed the text file to the PDF file because in this example and in the testing phase, we have not supported the TXT file. So I edited it to a PDF file, and then let's run it for now. So actually, first of all, we need to run the code to activate the virtual environment. So I'm going to copy this code, copy here. I'm going to cd into the demo folder, Rivalz, and then I'm going to activate the virtual environment, and then I'll run Python 3, and then demo.py. So in this demo, I'm gonna create a PDF file and then upload that PDF file into our Rivalz storage, and then I'll create a knowledge base based on that PDF file, and then I can able to chat with that knowledge base. And enter. And wait a bit before we can upload it. And yeah, after a while you can see we was able to upload the documentations onto the Rivalz storage, and then we can create a knowledge base, we create embeddings, and we can chat with this document. So this is just a really small demonstrations of how the Rivalz storage structure, how we create the knowledge base. I encourage you guys to come up with some more complicated structure and ideas. For example, you can create a whole folder here to input more privacy and more complicated documentations, and inside of the upload and create knowledge base you can create a loop so that you can loop through every documentations to create an embeddings. Also, you can try to integrate with Gemini or ChatGPT to actually use the model to chat with all the documentations. And if you are more of a open source guy, you can actually install Olama and then download some open source LLM model like Mistral or Llama 3, or you can also use Grok with the free hosting service for LLM models and chat with all kinds of documentations and knowledge. And I think that's it for this video. In the next video, I'm going to focus on ADCS and how you can build with a bunch of different components on the ADCS system. Thank you, and see you in the next video.